visions of becoming a two-division UFC champion, and perhaps tonight will be a step in that direction. Here is the future UFC Hall of Famer, the Mark Henry-trained Frankie Edgar.
The little engine that could is what we call him. Frankie Edgar will not be deterred. He's a phenomenal striker. He's a great wrestler, and his jiu-jitsu was on display when he dominated Cub Swanson in the main event. It was unreal to watch him just control every single position. He's a true mixed martial artist in the highest order, Frankie Edgar.
And with respect to present company, DC, Frankie Edgar might be the most popular American UFC fighter of all time.
Oh yeah, he's unbelievable. We all love him. And you know what? I love him just as much as the fans do. Everybody likes to watch Frankie Edgar compete.
Let's see how it goes for Effie here under the bright lights tonight. Any modern-era UFC athlete is worthy of a Hall of Fame distinction, despite having never realized a UFC title, I would submit to you Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone. His resume reads like a UFC record.
And he just keeps on getting better. Every time you think Cowboy is starting to get to the end of the road, he reinvents himself. He makes some small change to his game that allows him to compete at the highest level. The run that he went on after beating Alexander Hernandez and then coupling that with the massive victory over Ally Aquinta, you thought watching that you were watching the very best Cowboy Cerrone you've ever seen. And this is at the tail end of a career that spanned over a decade.
And his new source of motivation, his son Danger. These are very legitimate championship aspirations for Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone, trying to move one step closer. The tape for this lightweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the UFC Lightweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Frankie the Edgar. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Lightweight Champion of the world,
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon tonight. Well, what else can you say about the overachiever Frankie Edgar? Came into mixed martial arts as a wrestler. The striking has certainly caught up with the grappling. Black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but perhaps his greatest weapon is head movement, his defensive boxing, and his ability to take a shot. Nobody has done it better in the lighter weight classes than the former champion, Frankie the Answer Edgar. Excellent ground and pound strikes here by Edgar. Early connection with the left from the champ.
Now he's going full mount.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound. Oh, he passes the half guard now, and he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position.
Knee on belly. Postures up, knee on belly. He's raining down ground and pound. He has to move or the fight is going to get stopped.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. This is no safe place against this opponent. Edgar's looking to pass out of the half guard here, maybe looking for side control. He's denied.
Just because he got taken down doesn't mean he ain't gonna punch. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom. He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes.
All right, feet on the hips here. Edgar's back in full mount. Oh, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Edgar's able to make a nice transition there back into side control. Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. "20 seconds to go in round one. All right, this position now what we call the north-south. If you're the bottom fighter, what are you trying to do to get out of harm's way?
Man, it's tough on the bottom. It's very tough.
Oh, he got saved by the bell there. He was getting absolutely starched on the ground, grounded and pounded. Thankfully, the horn came at a good time. You see, gingerly, he gets back to his feet. He'll go back to the stool now for 60 seconds. Now the onus is on his corner to try to keep him in the fight. All right, so for one fighter, the round mercifully comes to an end as we look back at some of the action. What a display of ground and pound.
It's his calling card. It's exactly what he's known for. He's known as a brutal ground and pound fighter, and he showed you just then why he's known as that in the MMA sphere. He's the guy that if he gets you down, he will dominate you with positioning and brutal, nasty ground and pound.
All right, round two.
Lands a beautiful leg kick. He's hurt. He's wobbling.
Oh, and now an uppercut.
He's hurting him bad, man. That right hook is nasty.
Trying to get the head kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
All right, well, good news is he rocks, and bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you.
All right, they separate now. We'll see who can get off in space. Edgar gets the single leg takedown. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound. Nice.
All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. The reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound, but very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position.
Under 2 minutes to go in the round. And again, dealing with that cut around his eye. Got to be careful.
He's got to shore up the defense because if he keeps getting hit there, it's only going to continue to get worse.
Postures up and delivers a massive ground and pound punch to the head.
He's a big shot, and they're not glancing blows. When he
All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. Under a minute now to go in the round. Frankie Edgar working hard for the finish here. Edgar's able to flatten him out. This could be real trouble now. Oh, man, every time he lands, it's right on that cut. That is going to have a profound impact on him moving forward. Oh, big shots raining down. Edgar's got his back again. Seconds winding down in round two. Oh, another huge ground strike landed by him there. How much more can one man take? Oh, what a round. How good was that? All right, we're going to stay with him and follow him back to the corner to the stool because that is a really severe cut that he is dealing with. We'll see if the cut man can stem the bleeding here. Heading back to the corner now after a competitive round. And Cerrone's eye, while still intact, is looking pretty bad. We'll see what the cut man can do over these 60 seconds. But you got to think for the ringside physician, for the referee, they're going to be watching things closely as this fight resumes. Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Useful hook there. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count.
Nice shots landing from the top position. And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
Well, it's been a wild fight thus far, perhaps a contender for some bonus money at fight's end. These guys are going to have to dig deep. They're both hurt.
They're both hurt. You expected it, though. You expected a close fight. You did not expect a war like this, though, where both guys, from the moment they said fight, went forward, got in each other's face, and just beat each other up. It's been tremendous.
Well, doing his able best to avoid the... Oh, heavy shots raining down. Well, shades of Anthony Showtime Pettis against Tony Ferguson, just masked in blood. This is not looking good.
Yeah, it was like all Ferguson fighters, right? He would just destroy people, and that's exactly what he looks like right now. He looks like he has been on the receiving end of all the elbows thrown by Tony Ferguson. His cut is really bad.
Nice position. Huge elbow there. Oh, he's got his back. Oh, another ground strike gets through. All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter.
All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
Well, some might describe this as critical condition. That eye is absolutely mangled. I wouldn't be surprised to see us get a stoppage here soon.
Yeah, I mean, John, you look at his face. He's been beaten up for a very long time. I could see the doctor coming into the ring, looking at the cut and saying, I've seen enough.
Big shots landing right now. Oh, that well done. Frankie Edgar finishes.
Oh, boy.
So what a moment in this man's career. A huge finish in front of a capacity crowd. After party's gonna be on fire. How about it?
I mean, I'm just sitting here stunned because to watch a young athlete have a performance like this was really amazing. The finishing instincts, his ability to close the show, it was next level. It was amazing, John.
All right, here one more time, the veteran voice is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 31 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by TKO and new UFC lightweight champion of the world, Frankie